Hi, this is Mike Crow here again with you. We're talking today with Frank Cooper, and we've just been having a lot of great stories that have been coming in lately. At some point somebody said that, Mike, does your stuff really work? And somebody actually out there tried to tell people that it doesn't. Well, that's a bunch of hogwash, and let me tell you, what I just want to do is try to help bring to you a number of people that show you that it is working. It's very successful, and even in the last 2 years where our most inspectors, and we've actually seen like 30+% of the inspectors go out of business, we're hearing a lot of our inspectors inside the Millionaire Inspector community talk about how they're growing their business. So what I have asked many of them to do is share with you one secret that's really helped taken their business up a notch. And I know Frank here has done a number of good stuff. So Frank, would you tell us a little bit about maybe where you were, what made you decide to join the inspector community, and what you've achieved, or some of the things you've put into place maybe since then?
Sure, absolutely, Mike. I always thought I was a fairly successful inspector. I did a large number of inspections compared to my competition, but when the recession hit in 2007, my business took a big hit. And I realized I wasn't marketing effectively. So I took a chance. I joined the Millionaire Inspector Group, and I can't tell you how much I've learned from you and your team. My business is up 20% this year, significant numbers in a recession, and I'm really glad that I took the steps that I've done. I've learned how to market agents better, I've learned how to market my business better, and I've learned how to build my business. So anybody can do this. It's just a matter of taking the steps necessary to do that. And you told me something, I've said this to you before, but you've told me something that just sticks in my mind, and that is that it's not good enough to be a good inspector. It's not enough to be a good inspector. You have to market your business. And I didn't understand that when I was an inspector. And I understand that fully now, and I've taken advantage of that. And I want to thank you for that.
Well, I appreciate it, because you've been a great example. So you've been growing 20% this year, and last year you actually did pretty well as well. What kind of a growth experience did you have last year?
Last year was kind of tough. I think we only grew about 10 or 15%.
Oh, 10 or 15, okay.
In a tough year.
In a tough year.
When a lot of my competition was going out of business or suffering losses in their business. So I feel really good about that.
And then you've actually even increased it from there, though, even this year, even more.
This year surprised me because I wasn't anticipating that type of growth.
Right.
But I kept doing the same things that you taught me, and I just ran some numbers recently, and 20% really surprised me. In both number of inspections and dollar amount. So we're doing great, and we're really happy to be here.
You know, one of the things, guys, that I haven't really talked about much is something else that I've come up with, and I call it AATP. And that's like, always answer the phone. I see a lot of people simply don't get that one right. So AATP, write that one down. Post it on your dashboard. Post it in your office. And if you can't answer the phone, then maybe have someone else answer the phone. And you actually got that message, and you tested someone because you went on vacation and you had them answer the phone for you. And now they answer the phone for you all the time. So instead of answering it on the inspections or somewhere, you've actually hired a person. They're answering the phone. How has that changed your business on?
That has changed my business tremendously, because I used to walk around during the inspection and take phone calls, and it was taking my time away from my client and from the agents, and it was really hurting my business, I think. So the best thing I ever did was to get off the phones, have a professional answer my phones, have a professional sell my services, and I could focus on inspecting the house.
Man.
So it made a big difference, and I encourage everyone to consider doing that.
Yeah, that was one of the biggest. How long have you had a professional answering your phones now?
Now it's been about 12 years.
About 12 years?
But I did not get the message early on, and I wish I had, because I'd be much farther ahead now probably if I had.
All right, well, that's cool. So you've had a professional answering your phone for 12 years?
Since 1998.
Since 1998. So even with that, it's kind of interesting, because now I realize that we actually put two pieces together for Frank, because he already had someone answering the phones, but you started making the phone ring more, didn't you?
That's exactly right. And the call center that I use has 10 inspectors that they're answering for, and I'm their top inspector.
You're the number one on the list.
That's right.
And by the way, at some point, buy this man a good steak dinner and ask him how he pays that professional to answer the phone, because it's a secret I can't share with you here. But let me tell you, there's a reason they really want to make sure his phones get answered and really get taken care of. And one of the reasons is because he makes the phone ring more than anybody else. And when he does, because of the way he set his inspections up, his inspections, you make more money per inspection than I would say probably probably more than 80% of the inspectors out there, don't you?
We do a good job of cross-selling other services, which is the key to building your business. And it's not just the inspection fee. You have to sell other services that the client needs, and that's how you build your business and increase revenues.
So when you can make more per inspection, you can afford easily to hire a professional to answer the phones. And it was interesting because I heard the company interviewed recently that answers the phones for Frank, and they were just ecstatic about how much they loved Frank because of the way the phones would ring and what a professional job he does, but what always great compliments they got back. But the big thing was, wow, I mean, you guys, Frank makes the phones ring, and then we get a shot to do our job. So, Frank, thank you and being willing to help everybody out there so much.
Well, thanks for all your help too, Mike.
All right. Oh, by the way, let me ask you one other little question real quick. How many 3 days of Secrets Revealed have you been to now?
I've been to 3 so far.
3?
And I'm not going to miss any more if I can help.
Well, aren't they like all the same, though?
No, they're not the same. You learn something new every single time. You meet new people. You learn new strategies. You learn new secrets. And every single trip to Dallas is worthwhile.
If there was a brand new inspector or maybe a veteran inspector out there that hasn't come to the 3 days of Secrets Revealed, what would you tell him? How important is it for him to get to that?
Well, you got to go and check it out. It's very important because there's no other marketing conference like this for home inspectors anywhere in the United States. And if you're serious about taking the next step in building your business, you need to come to Dallas to the 3 days of Secrets Revealed.
Well, and you guys actually in Atlanta put on a very good educational conference as well.
That's right.
What is that, the Southwest Conference?
Southeastern Home Inspectors
Southeastern, right.
Yes.
That's right, Southeastern. I should get my country straight here. Southeastern Conference, right?
Home Inspectors Conference.
Out in Atlanta?
Yes. We invite inspectors from all over the Southeast, and we usually have 200 or 300 inspectors, and they come for education and some marketing information.
I've actually spoken out there at least twice, if not more.
That's right.
And guys, I will tell you, it's a great educational conference. If you're looking for CEUs, then you'll get that. In fact, ASHI National was so impressed that I think this year they're actually hosting it with you guys out there, or hosting it out there at around the same time.
They're coming for the different conference.
Oh, yes. So they're having their conference.
Yes.
They like the fact that you were doing it down there so well, they're doing theirs, but you guys are having your conference separate.
That's right, yes.
Wow, okay. And your conference is what time of year?
We're in September, and they are coming in January.
All right, so in September, good time to go down. And Atlanta's pretty nice in September, isn't it?
It is, very nice.
Very green, very wonderful place. A lot of good things for the family to see there as well. Well, Frank, thank you very much.
Thanks again, Mike.
All right.
Take care.